Ko atochin eng logoiwekab emet kong'ete Kass TV ne somanun Kwane Bernard kakesom meng'ikab county nebo Uasin Gishu ak Baringo koibchi komonut kas chikiletab boisionik cheisuldoen serkalishekab counties ichoto asikeker kele kakitoi ak kiwong eng kasarta nemakat kosubkei ak kibagengeishek cheborchingei imandab kimugul met chemiten kayumetab tisa na tunu komakat kisuldae boisionik chotok eng oret neititaat asikoek keljin eng biikab emet ak keker kele kakiboisie rabinikab boror eng oret neititaat ak netogunot. Kamwa kora kibagengeishek chotok kole makat kiwong projects chikotelelso amu kikitobonji chepkondok amu iboru report nebo Auditor General kole chang boisionik anan projects chetomo kiwong akot ingandan kiketobonji chepkondok.
We want to appreciate that since we engaged for the two counties, for example, Uasin Gishu County ranked very low in terms of the county budget and transparency survey for the last 2 years, being number 42. But today, the results for this year are out, and we've seen the ranking for Uasin Gishu coming all the way to position 7. And this is attributed to the efforts that have been made between county governments and citizens in terms of publishing information, in terms of improving public participation structures and mechanisms, in terms of availing information at the right time, in terms of proactivity of government to reach out to citizens and even organized groups like these.
Ukiingia katika portal ya county unaweza kufuata project yako, ujue iko upande gani, imefikia wapi na imefika kwa upande gani. So tunashukuru kwa ajili hiyo. Pia tunashukuru our team, other teams ambayo tumeshirikiana pamoja kwa ajili ya mafunzo kama haya ili tuweze kujua ya kwamba mwananchi aweze kujua haki yake iko upande gani na nini inaweza kufanywa ili kazi iweze kufanyika.
Hata hivyo ningeweza kurai wale ambao wanahusika hasa tuangalie sana kuweza kufanya utekelezaji wa haraka kwa zile hospitali ambazo zinajengwa, kwa sababu tukiangalia ile report ya Auditor General 2024-2025 katika zile projects ambazo zimekuwa stalled, kuna ile hospitali iko pale Band Forest Level 5 Hospital na ile pia iko pale Tarbo.
It's been a remarkable journey. We began all these conversations way back in 2023 when our county scooped position 45 out of 47 with an improvement of position 22 in the year 2024. And in our last year's CBTS report, we topped in top 10 across board. This is in a special way. I would also want to appreciate the partners that we've worked closely together with in enhancing the capacities of our civil society organizations in ensuring that we have a transparent and accountable leadership and accountable government.
Elgeyo Marakwet ole kae kambaget akoker oret meng'ikab Kesub koboto ketikab karishek ak boda eng oret noton nebo iten Kabarnet kebeberta nebo Kesub konerekchini kit nekamwa kole kokoib kasarta nekoi contractor neyochini maintenance oranata nekokoyai icheket konyor asenet kosub ak nekokochutkei mising kowong boisiet noton nebo koyochi kolelitet oranato bo iten Kabarnet eng kebeberta nebo Kesub kosub ak noto kosome ichek contractor inata kochokchi teksetab oranatak asikotestai boisionikab loiset eng oret neititaat kou eng report nebo Andrew Kimeto.
Katonon tabanwekab oret eng oretab Iten Kabarnet Road eng kasartab saisiek oeng eng kebeberta agenge nenat ko sesiet nemitei ole nekite Kesub kosubkei ak kambaget nekait koker oranata meng'ikab komosatak konerekchini kit nekamwa kole kokobor kachutetab ke contractor neyochini maintenance oranata. Kaitita konamgeun meng'ichoto akoisto materials chekichobe oranata amu makotinye kayanet contractor inoto kosuldae teksetab chobetab oranata eng chokchinet.
Contractor mwenye aliletwa hapa afanye kazi. Mara ya kwanza alituambia barabara ikinyesha lami haishiki, saa hii mvua hakuna. Contractor mwenyewe hajakuja. Contractor naye atuambie lini atamaliza hii barabara kuunda. Yeah. Na mvua tayari imeisha. I'm a frequent user of this road that our contractors do recarpeting of the road, and after 2 weeks the road is damaged. We wonder whether the materials they are using are actually the standard ones recommended by the construction of the road authority, or what's the problem?
Kotinygei ak ketikab karishek ak chebo bodaboda kokamwa kole kikonyor asenet neo eng chobetab karishek kwai amu ng'emisiet neo nenyoru icheket atkai tugul bune yoto.
Tumehangaika kwa hii barabara, mashocks tunanunua kila siku, oil tunanunua. Kama ana pesa aseme, kwa sababu tumeumia sana. Hata lori ilikuwa hapo chini wakadaiva nje ikuja hapa tena.
Kaikoito kurset meng'ichoto eng serikali kokochi kandaras contractor age amu kokotemene boisiet contractor inoto.
Mimi naimiza viongozi wetu ambao wanafanya kazi kwa national government na county government, at least tufanye vitu ambayo inaonekana. Tunataka tuambie huyo contractor, leo tumetoa mchanga, ukikuja kuweka ingine hii barabara hakuna, haitapitika tena. Tutasima hii barabara.
Kong'ete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kaindochi tuyet Ruto ak president nebo emetab South Africa Cyril Ramaphosa tuyet nebo chemung'arainikab Kenya ak emetab South Africa nekotokchinigei kecheng ortinwek chebo kakimitet ak kanaptaetab mung'aret eng kwenutab emetab Kenya ak South Africa. Tuyonoto katestai eng kotab tuyoshek nebo Gallagher Convention Center nemite Johannesburg, South Africa. Komwa kandoichotok kole bitunat boroinwek chechang chebo yaetab mung'aret eng Kenya ak South Africa, ako unotok konyolu eng chemung'arainik ak investors kotoi mung'aret eng emotinwek choto. Kaiyomis Ruto ak Ramaphosa kole tesetai serikalishek kwai ak kasuldaetab tetutik cheinyumnyumi yaetab mung'aret asikwo barak uchumi ak bandab tai eng emotinwek choto oeng.
The TFTA is now Africa's largest free trade area by geographical size, spanning the entire eastern, central, and southern corridors of our continent. Kenya and South Africa, the anchor investments economies of East Africa and Southern Africa respectively, both have ratified the TFTA. This places a special responsibility to our two nations to demonstrate that the continental integration is not just a political aspiration, but a commercial reality. Your Excellency, there are certain issues in the TFTA. 90% of the tariff book has been agreed upon, but there are certain issues on the rules of origin, which I'm sure bilaterally the two countries today can agree that we should move ahead so that we can actually show leadership on the continent, because the TFTA is the building block towards the continental free trade area, which, as we all know, is a huge opportunity, $3.5 trillion economy, 55 countries, and 1.4 billion people on the continent. So it's something that we should not ignore, and we should fast track that integration using the TFTA.
When we bring these two economies together, we have appreciated that to the south we have South Africa and we have Kenya to the east. When you look at the entire continent of Africa, we realize our biggest challenge is the logistics. And on average, if you want to take a product from Mombasa to Ghana or any other country, it takes about 45 days. So that is very long compared to other destinations. So again, we have a role, and we believe in the area of logistics and transshipment, we can do much more to encourage free trade in Africa. Because even as much as we pronounce it in paper, as long as it takes 45 or 60 days to move from one end of the continent to the other, and 10 days to move to other continents, then our business people would prefer to go to those areas. So again, this is an area we'll be working together for the good of all the people who are here. Kenya is known for its fintech, and allow me to say that it is something we take pride. but also believe that whatever we have achieved, much more still can be achieved. And working with South Africa that has a very strong financial sector, we can be able to bring financial inclusivity across the continent. And this is particularly important for driving business across the continent.
To make sure that we live up to the powerhouses of the two economies. Kenya is a powerhouse in East Africa. South Africa is a powerhouse in Southern Africa. And together, we become a greater powerhouse on our continent. Taking advantage of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, President Ruto has correctly said, this Africa Continental Free Trade Area gives us all on the African continent an historic and unprecedented opportunity to make sure that we trade with each other, to make sure that we create business opportunities on a free tariff basis. When I know as a businessman that I can go and sell something in Egypt, something that I make in Cameroon, and the movement of what I sell is going to be facilitated by this trade agreement, that should boost my business opportunities. And when we know that, the payment systems are uniquely African and can be utilized for enhancing the businesses. So the Africa Continental Free Trade Area is the best thing after the formation of the AU. It is the best thing that our continent has come up with. It has created the greatest opportunity.
Kenya is fast becoming a premier destination for global business services and business process outsourcing. With a young, educated, English-speaking workforce, competitive costs, robust digital infrastructure, and a time zoning bridging Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, Kenya is an ideal platform for scalable service delivery. I invite South African and multinational enterprises to make Kenya their regional global business service hub, uniting talent, technology, and market access under one competitive ecosystem. Infrastructure and connectivity remain central to unlocking intra-African trade. Kenya's port of Mombasa and the Lamu Port South Sudan-Ethiopia transport corridor link East Africa and Central Africa to global markets, while South Africa's world-class ports in Durban, Cape Town, Nkura, and Richards Bay anchor trade across the South. United, these corridors can strengthen East-South connectivity, expand intra-African trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and position both nations as logistics hubs for the continent.
Ketesetai ko kakokoito kurset governors chebo emoni koityi kibagengeitab LAP Fund kobois eng kibagenge ak serikalishekab county eng kakimitetab boisionik cheibu keljin eng kiboitinik akoker kole kanyor pension chekwai kiboitinik choto eng kasarta nekaba kamung'et. Kosubkei ak governor nebo Kisumu Professor Anyang' Nyong'o kochobotin counties kobois ak LAP Fund eng kasuldaetab boisionik cheterter ole nyolu eng LAP Fund kokimit tilyandinyi ak counties asikosulda boisionik choto kou eng report nekinyoru kobun sirindenyo eng taonitab Eldoret Isaac Kogei.
Kongololi eng igorta nebo LAP Fund nekakiyai eng taonitab Eldoret, komwa gavana nebo county nebo Kisumu Professor Anyang' Nyong'o kole nyolu eng serikalishekab counties kokimit kayoktoetab melekwek chekitile kiboitinik eng atkan kotugul anan remittance asikobit kotoret icheket eng kasarwek chotok chebendi kamung'et.
The national government must realize that this is a negative role it is playing in the lives of the people and go positive. So where do we go from here? No matter the fiscal strain, employee pensions are sacred. They are deferred wages, not discretionary funds. My administration remains committed to exploring innovative fiscal management to ensure obligations to that fund are prioritized. Second, in a volatile market, Love Fund must look toward resilient sectors. We invite the fund to co-invest with us in high-yielding, stable sectors like the blue economy on Lake Victoria, renewable energy, and value addition in agriculture. These are investments that generate steady cash flows while insulating savings from inflation.
Kosubkei ak rubeiwotab gavana kobun county nebo Uasin Gishu Evans Kapkea komwa ine kole chobotin konamgei ak kotuyogei eun ak Love Fund asikobit konyorune kelchin kiboitinik chotok chebendi kamung'et melekwek chotok chekitile.
During this occasion, we honor their dedication, recognize their contribution, and thank them for the role they play in transforming lives and communities across Uasin Gishu County. This annual celebration is always a reminder that retirement is not an exit from relevance. Rather, it is a transition into a new chapter where experience, wisdom, and mentorship remain invaluable assets to the society. At the same time, we are strengthening retirement preparedness programs for our employees. Through partnership with institutions such as Love Fund, we are promoting financial planning, investment. A secure retirement system contributes to a productive workforce. When employees are confident that their future is protected, they are able to serve with greater commitment, dedication, and focus. As we pursue economic transformation and improved service delivery, we must continue strengthening institutions that protect workers, preserve savings, and guarantee sustainable retirement benefits.
Kamite koratak rubeiwotab gavana kobun county noton nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Professor Grace Chesirek nemwoe kole nyolu kora kinet kiboitinik ortinwek chotok chebo konorwet ole kosubkei ak kibagenge noton nebo Love Fund kobendi kokimiti tilyandit ak koshinet ak serkalishekab counties.
Think of retirement when you hit the age of 50, you start thinking of how do I exit. And now it is no longer an exit to go and do nothing, but it's just a transition phase for you to go and do something else. And being a member of a pension scheme gives you that opportunity then to prepare for your future. And sometimes as we contribute, we feel the burden of contributing. It is time we look at these contributions as securing our future, securing our families, and also securing our dignity after retirement.
Kong'etikei taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kong'ete county noton nebo Uasin Gishu kebendoi county nebo Kericho ole eng kakwautietab kekirinda yautik chotok chebo wechetab imanda nebo lagok eng county noton bo Kericho ko kakotoi kibengeitab Sparkle Again Foundation komi eng kibagenge ak kibengeitab Akietu Consortium kokoito konetisiet kotinygei ak ripsetab imanda nebo lagok kosub ak ofisayat kobun Sparkle Again Foundation Sarah Chepkirui komito barak yautik chebo wechetab imanda nebo lagok eng county nebo Kericho ole tesetai konetisionotok eng kasarta nebo arawek 4 chemite tai asikotoret eng kirindaetab yautik chotok bo wechetab imanda nebo lagok kongenyoru report notok eng koindo kobun sirindenyo eng taunit notok nebo Kericho notok ko Robert Siele.
Kong'alali kaibata tuyet nekayak stakeholders cheterter kibagengeit nemabo serikali nenaat kou Sparkle Again Foundation komwa afisiyat neon kibagengeit noton Sarah Chepkirui kole miten barak yautik chebo wechetab imandab lagok cheboto nyerset noton katoi tetutikab kotoret kochigil ak kechor noton.
And basically we have come as different stakeholders just to see what we can do concerning the increased cases in Kericho County on sexual gender-based violence among the children. There's an increase in terms of children who are being defiled, and as an organization together with the different stakeholders we have come together to see how we are going to address the issue, and as an organization we are implementing starting a 4-month program whereby we are going to train anti-sexual gender-based violence champions who are going to create awareness among different community members so that we are able to strengthen how the community responds to matters sexual gender-based violence.
Kosubkei ak chepkuri kotaune tetutyonoton kipcheiborwot en county nebo Kericho asikotoret kobos yautichoton.
Data shows that there's an increase. If you look at Kenya Demographic Health Survey 2022, the statistics, the data or the numbers of child defilement cases keep increasing. And also when we look at teenage pregnancies, there's a lot of increase in teenage pregnancies within Kericho County and even countrywide, and that shows that someone violated the rights of these children and got them pregnant.
Kamwa afisayat nebo lagok en Kericho East Karo Ruta kole boisie kibagenge en tetutyonoton bo kamanut.
So today we are forming a network, a collaboration team where we are partnering with these other stakeholders for purposes of referrals and supporting each other so that we assist our children so that we are able to manage these cases and bring them to the lower. As it has been said, they are on the rise.
Kosubkei ak afisayat neborchinigei imandab biik en county nebo Kericho Salim Ochango komakat en biikab emet kotoret kong'ong yautik chebo weketab imandab lagok asikekirinda.
Sisi kama wanaharakati katika jamii tutakuwa tunahimiza jamii kuwa ni muhimu sana tunapopata mambo ambayo ni kudefile watoto tunaripoti na pia tunaeleza wale wanahusika ili hao watoto wapate haki. Tukiangalia kuwa katika jamii wakati hapa Kericho kuna ongezeko la defilement cases na pia kuna ongezeko la wale watoto wadogo wanaoonewa.
En kasaratan komwa afisayat nebo biik chetindoi kewelutik en borwek kobun kibagengeitab National Council of People Living with Disability en emoni Hopkins Olasi kole miten lengoi missing kora biik chetinye kewelutik en borwek. Ng'alalet nekarob eun Ali Ruto nebo Ayapko kobun komosta nebo Matobo en county nebo Kericho.
Most persons with disabilities are exposed to SGBV cases since most of them are poor, they are vulnerable, and still, even in this century, they are still being discriminated against. Their rights are not followed. So this is a very good project, and as a council, we are hoping that it will achieve its intended objective.
Tunakasifu sana hii kitendo ya kuweza kudhulumu watoto kingono, na tunasema hiyo ni laana kubwa katika jamii yetu, na tumesimama hapa leo kama wazee wa vijiji na stakeholders ambao wamekuja kusimama na sisi kuweza kusema kwamba hii jambo ambayo inaendelea katika jamii yetu tuweze kupigania na kuweka nchi katika nchi nzuri na tuweze kuenjoy maisha mzuri na watoto wetu.
Aripotin logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kotakemite county noto bo Kericho ko tesetai tuiyetab kila kenyit noto nebo annual general meeting AGM nebo sukulitab Kablelartet Comprehensive School eng Sigowet Soin eng Kericho County. Ole tondetab kondet ko cabinet secretary nebo public service Geoffrey Ruku eng kwenutab kandoik alak. Mite kandoik cheboto majority leader eng bunge nebo Senate Aaron Cheruyot, County MP Beatrice Kemei ak MP nebo Sigowet Soin Justice Kemei. Ole tesetai tuyonotok eng nguno kongekas akobo kit netesetai ole neng'ololi nguno ko County MP nebo Kericho Beatrice Kemei.
Tukiwa bunge tulikuwa nakaa karibu na yeye, na siku ya leo yeye amekuja hapa kwetu karibu sana with the special programs and everything else. Public service tunasema asante. Senator wetu Kiptoi yako Masasi, Senator Aaron Cheruyot, wapi shangwe na vigelegele? Karibu nyumbani. And Mheshimiwa Justice, Mheshimiwa Maji, Mheshimiwa Rogan, all the leaders present, and the County Commissioner, karibu nyumbani. Principal and your team. Tuko hapa siku ya leo juu ya maneno ya shule, the AGM, na pamoja na Thanksgiving. So ya kwanza nataka niseme congratulations kwa wana I say congratulations to those three. I've seen tuko na grade C, tuko na C-, but the largest block, Bwana Principal, I want you to move as we talk of positive deviation from the many T's, D-, you come to C+, and we will have more students going to university next year. Secondly, I thank the parents. Hii kazi sio rahisi. Kuchunga watoto sio kitu rahisi. Kwa hiyo nasema asante wazazi wetu. Kwa wanafunzi kupita, it is a triangle. We have the board of management and the teachers, we have the students, and we have the parents. So even for the teachers, have been a teacher for 20 years. So I want to congratulate you, my colleagues, but there is more that we can do. I want you to add value to these children. Ya pili, nataka niseme hivi. Nikiwa hapa Kandela nyumbani, wanafunzi wa Kenya, this second term, I want you to rest and work hard. We've been having a lot of unrest in the many schools in this country. And it is so unfortunate that even Utumishi Academy, we lost 16 girls. It is too painful. Even for us parents, for us as leaders, too painful, too shameful. And today, I'm asking the children and the students of this country to be at rest and work hard. I know your results will determine your future. So work very hard. And Mungu awabariki. From this school today, I also want to Honorable and Chief Guest. Tuko na watoto wako vulnerable in many of our schools. And as I stand here today, I want to confirm that we need to look at the students and their background so that we assist all students, not only from this school, but from the many schools in the constituency and in this country. Imana na mama. So wanafunzi, I want to say this. For me, where I sit as the patron of GAF, we have in the county given full scholarship to 434 students. And from this facility, I have 10 students in full scholarship program. And I also want to add this fact that even training, where I sit, I've also supported our students to go for training. TTI, last week, we had graduation in TTI Berkut, and one of the best students in my program, she was graduating, and she made, she did fashion and design. She made 2 dresses for me. The only point, I want to also add that we have others going to colleges and universities. Even MTC, we have students in full scholarship. With the 42 million in the county, 7 million per constituency, 2.2 million for bursaries and scholarships, I'm proud to say we have students who have gone to colleges and universities. And I want to also add, maneno ya driving school. From this one, we have quite a number. Ethan is one of them. We have at least quite a number who have gone for driving school. So naomba sana tuwapatie kazi. I know you are Republic Service. Ukiona majina, nikiongezea ile nilikupatia post. Wenye wameenda driving school, they have license now. Utanisaidia hapo ndio wapate kazi. Na nimesikia ndugu yetu pia amesema maneno ya factory, maneno ingine yote, what will happen is at least watoto wetu kama wameenda driving school. I had 150 in the county. Kwa hiyo ngele mambo na atasikia mnyono. Lakini tuko na hawa. So Mungu atusaidie. Mheshimiwa and Senator, tunafurahia hii kazi. Na hii kazi tumepewa na wananchi. Kama maneno ya maji, Kibabe water project. Nilienda nikaomba vile mnajua hii kazi ni kuomba. Sasa hiyo maji it is already used, but we will commission coming very soon. Mheshimiwa Senator, kabla tuamani kageni. We still have maneno ya electricity. Bado iko chini. We have villages wenye hawana electricity. Sasa Senator, ukitusaidia na ingine, hata waziri usiseme you are not in the system. Ulikuwa minister wa energy na ukaniweka huko Rere, ndio nikakuja na project 1 2 3 4. Naomba pia uende huku uombe ingine. Mheshimiwa Charles akiendea ingine, nikiendea ingine.
Konoto ko county MP nebo Kericho Beatrice Kemei kokonu ng'alalet eng tuiyonoto bo katuyet noto nebo kila kenyit noto nebo AGM nebo sukulitab Kaplel Artet Comprehensive School ole botokei ine ak kandoik alak cheterter cheboto majority leader eng bunge nebo Senate Aaron Cheruyot. Ko mito tuiyonoto sirindenyo Robert Siele kosubi asikoibwech eng logoiwekchok chemite tai. Kiwang'une logoiwekchok county nebo Nakuru ole kaituyogei biik kobun bororiet nebo Okiek eng county nebo Nakuru akoyai igorta nebo kabwatetab atebosiek ak bitenywa noto nebo bororietab Okiek ne naat ko Okiek Cultural Day. Kakibarta eng igorata atebosiek ak bitetab Okiek cheboto tienwogik, amitwogik ak atebosiek alak ole kaikimit kursetab kerib ak kekonyit imanda koboto bitosiek chebo bororiosiek chebo emoni. Ole kasom kora serikali kokonyit tilet noto kikon kapkirwok nebo East Africa Court of Justice neking'at serikali kokochi bichoto imbaret age nemenye kosub ak nikimong eng timdo nebo Mau. Ko ngenyoru report notok kobun sirindenyo eng county nebo Nakuru Sylvester Rono.
Kaituyogei akoboiboenchi bororiet nebo Okiek igorta nebo kibwat ak keboiboenchi bitet ak atebosiek chebo bororietab Okiek en emoni. Igoraton katestai en komosto nebo Mariashoni en county nebo Nakuru kokaituyo biik kobun bororionoton bo Okiek ole kaibarta ichek atebosiekwak cheboto tienwogik, amitwogik en kwenutab atebosiek ak bitosiek alak chebo bororionoton bo Okiek. Taban nebo non ko kaboisien kasaratan kandoik chebo bororionoton kokoito kurset nebo kerib ak kekonyit imanda nebo bororionoton. Nerekyi ichek serikalitab emoni en nekamwa kole kakoik ine kanokut en ichek mising ko en cheng'etab imanda nebo konyor ak konam imbarenikwak.
Today, these people you see are having a problem because they want to go back to their home. They want to see their land rights. They want to see compensation. And we are requesting the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Ruto, to ensure that he implements, because during the 18th of December 2025, he requested that he will ensure he implements even the Ogiek case of 2022 and 2017.
Basom ichek serikali koker kole kanyor bororionoton imbaret nebo bororiet ne naat kou ancestral land.
So it is a sad moment, but for us, given a chance, we are ready to restore our forests and coexist with the same forests. And we do it not for ourselves, for all Kenyans. Because if it rains, it doesn't rain for the Ogiek. If there is water, it is not for the Ogiek alone. Everybody will benefit. So we are ready to partake and work closely, even by and with our government.
Sisi tupewe haki yetu. Forest lile ambao inashikilia kama global conservation. That is not a global, hiyo ni shamba ya jamii ambao sisi kama jamii ya Ogiek ni shamba letu ambao sisi tunalima miti ambao inakuwa mpaka leo inakuwa inatambulika kama global conservation ambayo inaweka hewa nzuri ambao inasaidia katika dunia nzima.
Kong'eten county nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Eng let ko mito kaiweisiet nebo koletagei mising miondab ukimwi eng kwenutab biikab emoni kosubkei ak rorunet neo nebo tuguk chekiboisien eng kirindaetab mionoto mising ko mbirokab chomyet ole nyolu kecheng walutiet eng chokchinet kosubkei ak Stanley Ngare ne ine koborchingei imandab biik chetindoi miondo noto nebo ukimwi nekang'ololi eng kebeberta nebo Chemase eng county nebo Nandi. Ko magat kochuchuch serikali aisurut nekiyoche mbiro choto bo chomyet akotaban rabinik chekialen mbiro choto asikosulda boriet neketokchin miondab ukimwi eng emoni. Moche kora Ngala kekanapta konetisiet eng biik emet mising ko neranik kotinygei ak miondab ukimwi ak ortinwek chenyolu kosub kotergei asimanam mionoto bo ukimwi.
Our country, last time that we checked the data, we had 240,000 teeny pregnant girls in our country. Those are so many people that can even make somebody get to parliament. And those are below 18 years. We cannot accept this. This is unacceptable. We also have shortage of free-to-use condom that they were used to be distributed in every toilet, in every public place. They are now not now given in public places. You can only get them in hospital. And the funding have gone. The organization that can bring in for free, the NGOs that bring in for free or they are sponsored, the taxation is very high. So we kindly request the government to remove the taxation of condoms and other pads and things that are helping on our health, because it is damn expensive in management of those health conditions than even that taxation. So I'm here to sensitize the community about condom and distribute condom, and also encourage people to use what we call PrEP, PEP, and ARVs. This is what we call PrEP, and PrEP is used every day if somebody is HIV negative and is at high risk of getting HIV. You use this every day. And there is another form of injection that you can use that is used once after every 6 months or twice or once in every 2 months. It is called lenacapavir. I also have what we call PEP. PEP is used when you have already engaged yourself into a risk, maybe after exposure, and you fear you are maybe HIV positive. You're going to use this for 28 days within 72 hours. If all things go bad and you get yourself HIV positive, we have this what we call ARV. You take this ARV for life.
Ko eng logoiwek choto tinyegei ak kirindaetab miondab ukimwi ko kakeit let eng logoiwekab emet koboto tetutiet noto nebo Kass Mashinani nebo betutab raini nekomite tuwai kwane Bernard Tanoi amakon kit age tugul nemie testai iker Kass TV amu kimnotet naet.